Hello, friends. Welcome to Capt.Preeti's aviation classes. Subject is navigation, and today's topic is Earth. Earth and all the lines on the Earth, circles on the Earth, tilt of the Earth, and rotation of the Earth. Okay, so first of all, we start with shape of Earth. And what is Earth? Earth is the third planet in our solar system, and it is also known as blue planet. Coming to shape of earth is not actually circular as we see here, but the shape of earth is slightly compressed at the poles as seen in diagram. If you can see the blue circle, it is a perfect circle, but this yellow ellipse sort of thing, so earth is slightly like this. It is compressed from the poles and slightly elongated at the equator. Also, this Earth rotates about its polar axis. Now here we have two axes. One is equatorial plane or equatorial axis, and the other is polar axis. So because of this compression, our polar diameter is smaller than equatorial diameter. Therefore, polar diameter is called as minor axis or a smaller axis, and equatorial diameter is known as major axis or bigger axis. Now, as per the definition, any body which rotates about its minor axis, is called oblate spheroid. So now, since Earth rotates about its polar axis, which is a minor axis, shape of Earth is called oblate spheroid. First. Secondly, how much is the compression? So compression ratio is equal to equatorial diameter minus polar diameter upon equatorial diameter. This is a formula, and which is exactly comes out to 1 by 297, or approximately we can say 1 by 300. So a question may come in the exam that what is the compression ratio of Earth? So compression ratio of the Earth is 1 by 300 or 0.3%. So this question is asked. Also, if we talk about values, so it is compressed. The polar diameter is compressed by 23 nautical mile or 42 kilometers. Anyone. So these are the values which you should know as far as shape of the earth is concerned, and compression ratio is there. Next, what is the rotation of the earth? Rotation of the earth, when you stand over the north pole, earth appears to rotate in anti-clockwise direction. And when you stand over the south pole, earth appears to rotate in a clockwise direction, like this. So how do we remember this? Clockwise, anti-clockwise sounds quite confusing. So there's a trick to it. Simply write N and draw the two arrows. And simply write S. Again draw two arrows at the edges. So north pole makes this arrow points towards anti-clockwise direction, and south, writing S for south pole, this arrow gives you a hint of clockwise direction. So this is the rotation of earth, and it becomes very simple. Next topic is, what is the tilt of the axis of the earth? So if we talk about the tilt, let's consider this as sun. This is earth revolves around the sun in an elliptical orbit. So consider this as earth. This is the elliptical orbit. This should be a straight line, but instead of straight, Earth is tilted at an angle of 23.5 degrees to the normal. Now, this 90 degree, this is normal to the orbital plane. So we can say Earth is tilted at 23.5 degrees to the normal, to the orbital plane, or otherwise we can say 66.5 degrees to the orbital plane, isn't it? So it was 66.5 degrees to the orbital plane. Exam may in exam I've seen this question, either 23.5 degrees asked or 66, and it's an important question. So this such is the tilt of the Earth's axis. Now, what is the importance of tilt of the Earth's axis? What does this give? Tilt of the Earth's axis gives unequal duration of day and night at different latitudes. Unequal duration of day and night at different latitudes. Now you will say that how is it possible? So we will do this in great detail when we will discuss time chapter. But for now, you should know the tilt of the Earth's axis. So we are done with shape of Earth, we are done with compression ratio, we have done rotation of the Earth. When you stand over the North Pole, it appears to rotate in anti-clockwise direction, and when you stand over the South Pole, it appears to rotate in a clockwise direction. Also, we did tilt of the Earth's axis. In the next session or video, we will cover lines or circles of on the Earth. Thank you so much for watching. Keep a track with us, and keep learning, keep smiling. Thank you.